Ladies with feeling. Good morning. Hey. Okay, all right, that's better, that's better. Look, I know it's Saturday, it's early, it's gloomy, it rained last night, and probably half the audience is probably still half asleep. That's okay. We've got coffee, bagels, and whatnots to sort of keep you hydrated and caffeinated for the next couple of hours. Look, it is still early and I've only had 2 cups of coffee. Don't judge me. All right, so I'm David Burton, and it's a pleasure for me to be here. So this is my 8th year working with the Film Festival, and it's a labor of love for me, getting up early and coming out here to work with the volunteers, because without you, there'd be no Film Festival, would there? How many of you are returning as volunteers? Can you raise your hands? A lot of you. Can I get a round of applause for those folks coming back? So you guys probably found that there was value in volunteering for the Film Festival in whatever way you do that. You know, we're lucky to have an opportunity like this because you can log the hours, you can get credit. There's all sorts of benefits to volunteering. Thank you. It is warm in here, isn't it? Okay, thank you. I thought I was having some sort of a medical issue. Okay, so over the next couple of maybe 2 hours or so, what you're going to be able to sort of walk away from us with today, not only looking behind the curtain with the Film Festival in terms of what makes it go. While it may only be about 5 days for the viewing public, the efforts that are required behind the scenes to get this thing rolling takes all year, and you're going to meet the people that are responsible for doing that. You'll also be able to get a lot of your questions answered. We're going to cover some do's and don'ts. The do's primarily are to have fun and smile. The don'ts, we'll talk a little bit about that later. But the first thing I want to do is I want to bring forward a woman who I've been working with for about 8 years, and she's an accomplished film producer in her own right, an award winner. She's the CEO and the artistic director of the San Diego Film Festival. She's going to come and talk to you about the mission and the vision, what films we're going to see, and please bring her to the stage and give her a wonderful round of applause, Ms. Tanya Monti.
Thank you, David. And I do appreciate you coming out every year and supporting us. You know what? That means a lot.
I wouldn't be anyplace else.
Aww.
Thank you.
You know what? And I have to say, again, what David said is we couldn't put the festival on without volunteers. It is so essential. And I hear over and over for our attendees, our patrons, our VIP pass holders, but a lot of the people that come out of the industry that come down here and they go to festivals around the world, and they always say, San Diego volunteers are absolutely the friendliest. And so that's you guys, and we really, truly appreciate the time. You know, one of the things with the film festival is that's important to us. You know, we throw great parties and we've got red carpet and all that stuff, but at the core of really what we're about and what drives us as a team is that, you know, our strong belief that film is transformative and that film has the ability to bring people together and to be able to see something from somebody else's viewpoint. And think about that. You know, for an hour, hour and a half, you get to actually experience something like somebody else. And I think that's the only way we can ever kind of develop a sense of empathy and caring and develop a new perspective. And I think, you know, there's a need to come together and have conversations, and film does that. And that's one of the things that a festival does that's very unique, and that is it creates a community and encourages people to have a conversation over a glass of wine in the lounge or when they're standing in line, you know, to have that dialogue, put down the phone and have a conversation. So that's what really drives us as a team, and it really guides us in terms of the films that we choose. You know, we choose films so that people get to think about things a little differently. And so we appreciate you being here, and we appreciate you being on the mission with us. You know, one of the things that we always felt was important was to take films out of the festival and into the high schools, and we do that now. And now there are films on key important social issues, whether it's homelessness, environmental, you know, sex trafficking, and they go out into the high schools, and now we're able to, with the support not only the County Office of Education, but the Unified School District, we can now live stream out to all the schools with a full curriculum on these topics. And there's nothing more important than letting that next generation of leaders understand what's going on in the world and how can they help be part of the solution. So again, that's what drives us, and the festival is really kind of the pinnacle of the year for us. I know that we've got a lot of new things happening. One of the big things is that for those that were with us last year, we were downtown at the Regal. This year, we're at the new Theater Box Complex. So if you haven't been down there, it is stunningly beautiful. Gorgeous restaurants down below, luxury theaters up top, and then also a rooftop bar, which is super fun. So we're excited about that. We're also, for those that were with us, we've always been at the Pendry, and that's where we do our big gala events. And we always do our panels in the Oxford Social Club. Well, this year, we're also going to be adding screenings in the Oxford Social Club. So we're excited about that. So another thing, we added a day. So we're opening on Tuesday night, downtown at Balboa Theater. We're opening with Jojo Rabbit, which just won all the top awards in Toronto. And then we're opening ArcLight a day early, Thursday night here. And here, we're opening with Martin Scorsese's new film called The Last Irishman, which is getting huge, huge accolades. It just premiered in New York, I believe just a couple of days ago, because I'm just now seeing the reviews. So we've got some really, really interesting films that will be premiering from studios. I mentioned those two. Also, Kill Team with Alexander Skarsgård, incredibly powerful military film based on a true story. We've got Hidden Life, which is Terrence Malick's new film. Motherless Brooklyn, interesting film. Ed Norton, Bruce Willis, Alec Baldwin, William Dafoe. Really, really strong. We were really fortunate to get a chance to see that film, and it's going to be a great addition to the lineup. We have Clemency, Alfre Woodard, brilliant performance by her, and The Marriage Story, which will be closing ArcLight, and that is with Adam Driver. It is with Scarlett Johansson, thank you, and Nicole Kidman. So it's a really powerful film. If you're familiar with Noah Baumbach, he's the director-writer. He's always incredibly powerful. One film that's not up there that we also have is called The Truth. For those who may remember Catherine Deneuve, Juliette Binoche, Ethan Hawke, beautiful film, and we're really fortunate to have that one as well. So it's going to be a great, and not only do we have those films, but we have independent films from around the world. This year we had 3,000 submissions from 70 countries submitted to us. We start that process in January, and we go all the way through August. So we then culled down from 3,000 to about 100 independent films of features, documentaries, and shorts. So it is really going to be a really spectacular lineup, and I think you will enjoy it because I know you all love film so much. We always do our Night of the Stars tribute, and this year I think is going to be quite the evening. We're fortunate that we have Lawrence Fishburne here. He is going to be receiving the Gregory Peck Award, and we are so thrilled. Our Music Icon Award winner will be Pitbull, and he will be here accepting that award. So he has a tremendous amount of his music has appeared in soundtracks, and we'll be honoring him for that. Jared Harris, if anybody is a fan of Chernobyl or The Crown, he was also in Mad Men. He will be here to take the Cinema Vanguard Award. Jillian Bell, if anybody's seen Brittany Runs a Marathon, she stars in that. A new rising star, Camilla Maroon, she will also be here. So it's going to be a really amazing night, and all of them are excited to be in San Diego to be part of it. So I think that's it for me, unless I'm missing something else.
Unless you want to turn into David Burden, that's the name.
Well, I don't think I could do an impersonation of David Burden.
Oh, I would love to see that. Thank you so much, Tanya. Please give her a round of applause, the CEO and the artistic director. So how interesting that, we're learning that this isn't just about entertainment, that we're taking a lot of these films into the schools. And we're also creating an environment where people can talk about things over a cup of coffee or wine instead of fighting, arguing, and all of that. So that's just another added bonus. So hopefully, when you have the opportunity to see the films and chat with your friends about it, you will enjoy the benefit of that also. I'd like to bring to the stage Cindy Saylor, who is responsible for a lot of the marketing. So as you guys are seeing the films, or even if you're just looking with interest at some of the trailers and that, it's important to get on your social media and start sharing that information. But for more on that, Cindy, please.
Yes, so I'm going to be Cindy.
You're going to be Cindy.
I'm going to be Cindy right now.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi. So Cindy, she's a little under the weather this morning, so she couldn't make it. But I'm just going to go real quick through her slides. So you guys are the secret weapon. We want to make sure that you can promote us as well as going out into your social media. We want a hashtag, you want to follow us. You guys, it would be awesome if you guys can do this for us. You guys also get this super great volunteer discount. As being a part of the festival, you get this. So if you want to write it down, I'm sure that it's also on your handout right there. Festival Friend, you get I believe it's 15% off on tickets and events. Do not post this code on social. It is only for you to invite your friends, their loved ones, bringing you to the festival. So definitely do that. And then there'll be some flyers and postcards here at the end. If everyone takes like one or two and posts in their like local coffee shop, that's more places that we're going out to. So that would be great if you could do that. So yeah,
Okay.
thank you so much. Hi.
Well,
Back
thank
to you, David.
very much. Thank you very much. And apparently, the informal marketing that all of you guys have done historically has worked, because the attendance of the festival has continued to increase year after year after year. So keep up that good work. So the next thing we want to do is we want to talk about a woman that works quite tirelessly behind the scenes, and from what I understand all year long, she can be a little intense, but the one thing she's mostly is creative and productive. Stephanie Inscorpet.
Hi, so this is I'm now Stephanie.
You're
So,
now Stephanie, okay.
hi everybody. How are you? So excited to be here today. Thank you for coming here so early. I really do appreciate it. So I'm just gonna go through kind of the nuts and bolts of the film festival. So I'm going to start with some venues. So we got a couple new things, as Tanya mentioned, this year. We have new headquarters at the festival. Our headquarters is actually tied to Theater Box downstairs. I don't know, has anybody been to Theater Box? Raise your hand if you've been. Yay. Who's working at ArcLight only? So we got a few. So that's probably why, a lot of you came to this day rather than Thursday's orientation. But it's great for you to know a lot of the stuff that's going on downtown, because you're going to get questions. As you're being up here, it's going to be important that you know everything that's happening at the festival. We have multiple venues going on at any given time. We pretty much have 3 happening. So there's basically 3 big teams of every department that are running simultaneously. So our headquarters downtown at Theater Box is in this big space that's connected to Theater Box, and we're going to be renovating it. We're renovating it right now. We had a really fun day yesterday doing that, and we are taking that space. We're making a super cool lounge. We have some fun activations that I'm about to talk about in there. That's our box office headquarters as well. That's our main place that you can come in and pick up your badges. You can also pick up badges here at ArcLight, but that'll be the main one downtown. So on Tuesday is our opening night. So we're opening up a day earlier at both locations this year. Tuesday, we're going to be at the Balboa Theater. We're going to have this super great pre-reception outside for the VIPs. And then everyone's going to go into the screening, and it's going to be Jojo Rabbit, which is an amazing, amazing film. The after party is at Park Nightclub. We have shuttle services running from the theater down to the Park Nightclub, or you can walk. It's only 2 blocks away, so pretty close. And that's going to be really fun. We have a big live band playing and all sorts of fun stuff happening on that opening night. So then on Wednesday, we actually have screenings happening at Theater Box downtown. So that's going to be the only thing that's happening down there. Then the people that are going to that screenings, they can get a ticket to then go to like a little after party afterwards on the rooftop of 5th and Sky, which is at Theater Box. It's a great rooftop, these beautiful Japanese trees, blossoms, it's really fun, kind of feels very LA vibe, like rooftop bar. So that's really fun. on the rooftop for anybody that's attending that evening to those screenings. Then we have on Thursday, we then have opening night here at ArcLight. So as Tanya mentioned, The Irishman will be playing here in this auditorium in Theater 4. And we'll be playing that film. It's an awesome, awesome film. It's a kind of a long film, 3.5 hours long. Martin Scorsese got a little crazy, but it was great. And so then so then we're gonna have a great screening there, and then we're gonna have a post party at Red O's. And Red O's is within walking distance. You can just go out around this here in this little walkway. It's actually on the other side of the street where the mall is on the other side. So people will be walking over there, or you can drive around. They have great valet, and it's an awesome after party. If you've never been to Red O's, it's a great place. So then that's gonna be on Thursday night here. Then we have our downtown location happening simultaneously, and we have, that's it for Thursday. So then on Friday, that's when we open up panels and screenings at the Oxford Social Club at the Pendry. That's an underground location. Awesome, awesome bohemian vibe, really fun place. We're going to be adding the screenings, as Tanya mentioned, there this year, and some great panels as well. Oh no, the bottom of the screen cut off. So sorry, I didn't resize it for you guys. So then events on that Friday night. We actually have the Night of the Stars tribute, which that's what Tanya mentioned earlier with the celebrities. That is a ticket. You have to purchase a ticket only for that event, so no passes get access to this event. This is what our nonprofit side that gives back to our nonprofit. It's our big gala award show for the year. So that's why it's a separate ticket. But it's an awesome event to attend if everybody wants to. And then on Saturday we have 3 screenings. All 3 are happening again simultaneously. And then that evening we have our Filmmaker Award Show down at the Pendry downtown. And that's a great event as well. Our filmmakers, that's where we get to honor them for their amazing work that they've done with us and all the screenings that happen at the festival. So then on Sunday, the big thing that happens is Culinary Cinema. Culinary Cinema is up here at ArcLight. It's a great event. Basically what it is there's 2 screenings happening. People come in, they go out into the patio. You get a champagne, toast as you go in. You get to watch a film, and then you get to go out, and there's 6 celebrity chefs. And those chefs are cooking the food that you just saw on screen. So it's a really cool experience for a lot of people that a lot of people don't get to have. So we have that kind of going on. That's kind of our ending kickoff. Yay. Okay, so we have this really cool experience this year, activation with this company called Litecoin. Who's heard of Litecoin? A couple people. Who's heard of cryptocurrency? More people? Okay, cool. So Litecoin is basically a cryptocurrency, and it's a really fun activation. They've never done this before with any film festival. And essentially what's gonna happen is 6-day badges get to actually have Litecoin that's attached to their badge. So when you arrive on site, as a pass holder, a 6-day badge holder, if you're a day pass holder, it's not for them. Weekend pass holder, no. It's those 6-day ones. So those fest passes, VIP passes, and those will actually have a QR code on it, and they'll walk up and they can actually redeem and have actual money on their badge. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing this great activation where people can go up and they can go in and transfer their Litecoin money and give it to a filmmaker. Because what we want to do is we want to support filmmakers and kind of help them get money, and support their continual, adventures in filmmaking. But what's going to happen is as they transfer the money, you can either keep it or you can transfer it to a filmmaker. You can do whatever you want with it, but we'd like you to give it to a filmmaker. So just understand that. Then what happens is whatever filmmaker gets the most amount of Litecoin given to them actually wins the Litecoin award at the Filmmaker Award Show on that Saturday night. and they get an additional $1,000 in Litecoin. So that's a really fun thing. So definitely like promote, hey, like, have you used your Litecoin yet? Have you given it to a filmmaker? Which filmmaker are you giving it to? You know, you can divide it up. You don't have to give it to one filmmaker. You can give it to multiple filmmakers, however you want to do that. So that's kind of a really fun activation we have this year. Okay, so we have this super cool thing called a speakeasy this year. It is a secret hidden speakeasy. I don't know if you guys go to other festivals or events these days, and everyone seems to be doing it. I know Coachella did it, the fair even did it. I think that the last festival that was there, Kaboo did it. Everyone has these secret speakeasies now, so we're doing it too. We're getting on board. So it's on Wednesday and Thursday night downtown, and obviously I'm not going to give you guys the location because it's secret. And then there's also a hidden passcode as well in order to get into the speakeasy. So the only people that know what the passcode is or the location of it are the managers. So you guys will know it's a manager because they'll have an all access badge, which I'll talk about in a second. And that manager knows what the passcode is, where it is, and all of that. So if anybody's walking up, I would definitely spread the word to the guests. This is all word of mouth. We're not promoting it. We're not doing anything like that. It's just all word of mouth. So if like, hey, did you know there's a secret speakeasy at the festival? And they'll be like, oh wow, like, how do you get in there? And then you can go in and you can go up to a manager and figure it out. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to talk about badges really quick. So the first badge is the patron badge. This is the all access badge. They get access to everywhere at the festival. They can go anywhere, do anything, and access any event. They can even go to the tribute with their badge. They have a whole patron team. Do we have any patron team members here today, this morning? Nope. Okay, so they were here on Thursday. So all of them are going to be handling these patrons. If a patron ever has a problem, just your manager will know who to contact in order to handle them and make sure that they, have assistance throughout the festival. So yeah.
What makes the patron special?
What makes a patron special? Tanya asks. What makes a patron special is. They're our largest donor. If you don't know what a patron is, they're our biggest donors at the festival. They give to our nonprofit side in order to kind of sustain us throughout the entire year. So the next one is VIPs. Okay, so the VIPs are, these are our VIP passes. They're orange. So you'll see, when you see an orange badge, you know that these are the VIP pass holders in the festival. They get access to the entire festival except for the tribute, and they get to go anywhere. They have VIP lounges, they have valet, they can go pretty much to all the events. We have a lot of pre-receptions that are just specifically for VIPs because it's usually open bar and things like that, and past appetizers. So, question around Rachel?
Do you know where the valet will be here?
Correct. So valet is going to be the actual valet for the mall, which I believe is on La Jolla Village. La Jolla Village and what?
By Javier's.
And by Javier's. Do you guys know where that is?
Yeah.
So it's right down there. It's the main valet for ArcLight and the UTC Mall. And so you can just pull up there, and anybody with a VIP badge just flashes it to the valet guy, and it's free. So, which is great. So, yeah. So then you see the blue badges, and the blue badges are the 6-day badges, but they're fest passes, so they don't get that VIP experience, which is the free valet, like we talked about, the VIP lounges, or that VIP experience, but they still get to attend everything, and they still get to go everywhere, so that's a great badge as well. All right, so these are the day badges. So the day, we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They get to go for anything that day, panels, events, and films. They get to attend. And they're each a different color because we want to make sure that Thursday doesn't show up on Friday. Try to use the Friday badge for whatever other day. So that's definitely why they're all different colors. But yeah, you'll see these people walking around a lot too. And it's really inexpensive. It's only $79 to get the day badge. So if you have any friends that are like, I want to go, you can use your Fest Friend discount code and get them a little day badge. So. So then this is your badge, crew badges. So this is what you're going to be walking around with, and it matches your maroon color, so not to worry. So that'll be great. And you guys can go and make sure you pick up. Are we doing badges today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after this, go ahead and you're going to go in here, outside probably, in the patio area. We'll be making your guys' badges. So make sure you pick it up before then, before you leave today. One more thing.
When they signed in on the sign-in sheet, we made the badge from that, so if they didn't sign in, they'll just have to give us their name.
Okay, so if you didn't hear that, if you didn't sign in, then we didn't make you a badge. So make sure that you come up and we make you one on site. Awesome. So then we have our all access badge. This is the managers. This is what I talked about before. These are the ones that are going to have the secret passcode for the speakeasy. The managers will have their name on it and then what team they're on below it. So you'll know, oh, this is a logistics team person or this is a film office person. So that'll be a great one. This person gets a little more access, maybe up in the projection booth or maybe like behind the scenes a little bit more. So yeah, back to David. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Wow, one of the things that is so cool is that every year there's something new. So a speakeasy, very secret, very mysterioso. Don't you love that? You're thrilled. Okay. All right. Well, well, it's fun. So, okay, I need to come back this way. All right. Because I'm so big, you couldn't get a part of me on that side? What? Okay, so maybe I have lost a few pounds. Good for me. All right, well, next we want to talk to the events manager because there's a lot of information that she has that is going to be important for you, and then we'll be back together in a moment. Please come forward.
Hi everyone. I'm Danica Tanzini. I'm going to be the events and operations manager with the festival. So as Stephanie showed you earlier on that purple slide with all the grids, we have events every single day. And we can't all be in one at the same place at the same time. So we have all of your team leads supporting at each of the different events. And don't remember where I was going with that. Anyway, so I'll start with Flash Your Pass perks. So in addition to all of the events throughout the whole week, we have perks that are available to all ticket holders and all pass holders, whatever kind of badge. You just flash your pass at the location, whether it's a restaurant or a store, and you'll receive the discount. So that's for you all of our volunteers, that's for patrons, that's for weekend pass holders, whatever it is. And what that looks like is at a restaurant, you might get a free appetizer with an entree purchase or happy hour all day, whatever that may be for that various location. Then those are all advertised within the program as well as online. Excuse me. Anyone that's added maybe a little bit more recently since we've gone to print is going to be online. So if anyone asks for the list, I would steer them towards the website, but they'll also be posted in the program. I think that about covers it. If you have any questions on the Flash Your Pass program, you can always ask your managers. And it's really just very simple. Oh, in addition, each venue will have a poster posted inside their window so that people can recognize that they're participating in the program. All right, so some of the rules. So as Stephanie mentioned, there are various events where there is open bars for our VIPs or other type of events where alcohol is available. So 2 points to note, just very simple. On our Tuesday night events, there's the opening night pre-reception. This is just for our VIPs, and that is a 21 and up only event. It's just the VIP pass holders. It's about 200 people. It's outside at Horton Plaza Park. So in the park right before everyone goes into Balboa Theater for the screening. Then that evening, after everyone watches the film, which we're all very excited about, they will head over. There will be shuttles, and there also is, it's also walking distance. So everyone will head over to Park Nightclub, and that is a 21 and up venue as well. So the two 21 and up venues are both on Tuesday night. That's all you need to remember there. Everything else is open to everyone. We will be checking IDs before entry, though. The lounges, additionally, that Stephanie mentioned, are for VIPs only. So lounge locations are up here at ArcLight. They're out on that patio, and they will be roped off. So we'll have someone there making sure that only VIP people are allowed to enter. And as I mentioned, those have free open bar as well. So those will be 21 and up. The second VIP lounge is downtown at Theater Box, and it's outside of the festival HQ. It's outside of our main area, so we have an additional lounge for VIPs there, and that's 21 and up as well. And we will have staff there to monitor that. It's nothing you all need to do. It's just something for you to be aware of. Additionally, we have security posted at some of our events, so we all kind of know the times we live in and excuse me. So just like most venues or concerts or anything you attend these days, we will have a bag check as well as a metal detector for people to pass through at our opening night film at Balboa. So that's the Tuesday night film I was just talking about. So we'll have the screening, so we'll have the pre-reception, and when everyone heads into the theater, they'll be doing their bag check, the metal detector, and head on in. It'll be a really simple process. It's very seamless, but it is something to be aware of if anyone asks you about that. It will be communicated to all the guests so everyone knows not to bring their items. There's also going to be security at somewhere else, I can't remember. Tribute, yes. So we have we'll have some security presence at our tribute event as well. We'll have a red carpet there, and we want to just make sure everyone's safe and keep all the celebrities happy on the red carpet. I think that's it from me, so I'll turn it back to David.
Thank you very much. So, one of the other things is that, this beautiful theater that, we're able to do this orientation, and it's been provided by ArcLight. I only mention that because as we bring Rachel up, and all of you know Rachel, right? That's as much enthusiasm as you can muster for this woman. She's coming here at great expense. She's been injured in the line of duty and everything. Honest to goodness, it's like pulling teeth to get a little appreciation for you. Well, Rachel, please.
Thank you, and thanks for coming. I know it's early, and we do need to get out of here by 10, so we're gonna try and get through this quickly. What's first? So in it live, several of you have probably been on it, signing up for marketing shifts. That's the only one that is open right now prior to September 30th. So if you're looking for the festival, it won't be there, but you will be able to sign up for those shifts today, right after our, shut up, Stephanie. Right after we break. So you'll go into small team groups and you'll be able to select the shifts that you can make. And there is instruction on that handout that we gave you on how to get into shifts if you want to get in there and edit them, or if you need to remove yourself from a shift. If you're not going to show up for a shift, I need you to delete yourself so that someone else can take that shift as soon as you know. And if you can't figure out the InitLife system, just email me and I'll do it for you. Okay, volunteer check-in. I want all of your volunteer check-ins to be with a volunteer manager at either location. We have a volunteer check-in here at La Jolla at the little side room that is, when you come out of here and then you go left, there's a little side room. If you've been to one of our VIP screenings, that's where we have our dessert and champagne reception, and that's where volunteer check-in will be. Downtown, it'll be in the box office headquarters. Every shift, come in and check in there, and then we will check you in it live. If you're at a location that does not have a volunteer headquarters, you can check yourself in on the app. Attire, we would love for you to wear your volunteer t-shirt and dark jeans or black jeans or pants. If you are wearing jeans, please no holes, and just keep it classy. Okay, and also comfortable shoes, because a lot of these shifts are on your feet. And I try and limit all the shifts to 3.5 hours, but There will be plenty of snacks and drinks for you to enjoy. There won't be meals, that's on your own, but you do have the Flash Your Pass that you can use to get something local. For instance, the Shake Shack has a free shake with every meal, and that's just right across the way. You could find that on the website under How to Fest, and you go How to Fest and then go to the Flash Your Pass link and you'll find the list there. Try not to bring too many things with you. If you could fit things in your pocket, that's ideal. You can have a bag across your shoulder, but try not to have it be too colorful, and we already have a lot of color going on. There will be a place to put the bags, but it's not necessarily secure, I don't think. So we haven't had any issues, but you know. Okay, parking. Parking's important. That information is also on your sheet that you just received, but there will be 2 hours free here, and then you can validate 2 more hours. You just take that ticket, bring it in with you, and you slide it up on this little machine on the wall, this little box, and that'll give you 2 more hours. And if that, for some reason that doesn't record, there's always a button on the valet box, and just say, hey, I validated, it's not working, and they usually will let it go. Also, parking downtown is, we'll be selling $8 passes for a 12-hour span. So if you want to do, say, a party before ArcLight opens, if you want to assist in setting up a party and be part of the downtown scene, you can get an $8 pass from any volunteer headquarters, and it'll be good for 12 hours. And it's typically $8 an hour down there, so that's a good deal. Minor, if you're a minor, I need you to sign a minor waiver, have your parents sign a minor waiver and get it to us prior to your first shift. You could email it to me, I could email it to you, or you could pick it up at volunteer headquarters. Okay, we have a wrap party on the 7th. It's going to be here in La Jolla at Regents La Jolla. And it's just to thank all of you for all your help. You're all invited. Put it on your calendar. And it's at 6 o'clock. And we'll have a lot of raffle prizes, drinks, pizza, and just get to get in touch with all the friends you made at the festival.
Very good.
That's it. Any questions? All right. Yes?
Where's the sign-in sheet or the?
Sign-in sheet is right over there. So on your way, oh no, they already took it. So just, I know I missed you on the way in. Okay, over to David. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, all right, so just be sure that the pass is all you flash. I know there's a likelihood of you wanting to get some extra things or whatever, but just keep it clean, everybody. All right, so one of the things that I started to mention was that when I mentioned about ArcLight and how they've been very gracious with us year after year, and you see we've got VIP patrons and different levels of people coming in, and including celebrities and as well as their minions, I suppose. It's important not to just be polite to one group of people over another, because it's incredibly important that all the people that contribute to this great event growing year after year after year have a wonderful experience, and that's what you're doing. You're not just providing a job, you're setting a climate and you're setting an atmosphere where people can enjoy themselves and learn something. So, you know, showing up 15 minutes early for your shift, I think is going to be important. There's going to be a lot of people here, and waiting to the last minute to arrive and get to your check-ins and get parked or get out of your lift, however it is. If you run too close to time, it's not going to put you in the right mindset to be in the concierge mindset that you really should have. It's also important to wear your crew information, your crew t-shirts and that. I also don't want you to think that you have to memorize any of this stuff. In just a little bit, you'll be asked to join your group that you volunteered for, and that manager will be able to answer whatever questions you have that you may not realize you have until that point. So don't worry about that. No eating in public or using your cell phones. And look, I understand, I'm in mental health, I understand people are addicted to those phones. And you know, if it's out of your reach even 3 feet, you're having a reaction. the celebrities don't necessarily like being able to, they don't like the idea of being photographed. And if we ask for a quick selfie, although it may seem harmless to you, it creates a lot of issues on the back end. I would imagine Tanya and the rest get lots of telephone calls from agents and managers complaining about that. So I know that there's a really interesting sort of sense that comes over us when we're in front of a celebrity. I'm just asking you to override that sense during this program. No self-promotion. I still think it's kind of funny, although it's really serious. You know, we should never be coming to the festival with a script in our back pocket, you know, or gee, I just happen to have a headshot for you, you know, with my number on it. I'm an actor, I do 4 languages. That's not probably something that you want to be seen doing. I can't imagine that any of the managers, if they observe that action, I can't imagine what their reaction would be, but it probably won't be very happy. So just keep all that under wraps. There'll be plenty of opportunities for pictures and gatherings and merrymaking for all of us later on. You know, don't approach the talent for an autograph. That's worth saying again and again and again. You know, even if they might say yes, you know, people say yes lots of times and actually what they mean is no. So, hey, keep it clean, just above the curb, okay? All right, so there are some questions and answers. What happens next? So you're going to have a breakout session, if I can get my clicker to work. So in your breakout sessions, these are just some things that I want you to be prepared to ask, because it's important that you all be empowered so that you can answer as many questions as you can. You never know, people are going to be coming to you from lots of different angles, and they're going to want their questions answered. So meet your manager, meet the team. We'll also take a look at what positions are available, what the roles, responsibilities are, the sign-in process, parking, the validation machine, I'm not sure what we're calling it. All of those questions can be answered. We want you to sort of come to this and be a problem solver, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's exhausting. You know, and I'm telling you, I show up for 2 days a year and do the orientation, but I've seen this work and it looks very tiring. So get some rest, stay hydrated, keep a smile on your face, exercise, do whatever it is you need to do, you know, to keep yourself in top form, because this could potentially be quite a workout. We're across a number of locations. There's going to be lots and lots of people. Those of you that were here last year will note quite an increase in the attendance this year. So be sure and take pretty good care of yourself. Also, any issues with locations, maps, questions, travel, meals, snacks, water, whatever it is, you'll be able to get those questions answered in just a moment. So in your group, I want you to be able to understand that wherever there's a group of people, and I'm speaking as a mental health professional, wherever there's a group of people, there's a likelihood for there to just be a mess, conflict, people wanting to exercise their authority and power and all of that. Look, your role is not to intervene or correct their behavior. You simply need to go with it. What question can I answer? How can I help you? These are short-term interactions, and don't let the personalities of the people that are coming toss you off your game, because a lot of the volunteers enjoy working with the large crowds and giving information and pointing people in the right direction. So don't let any one personality throw you off your game. If you do discover that you're in a conflict situation with any of the theater goers, it might be an opportunity to say, you know, let me get my manager so that I can make sure that you get the answers and get the help that you need, and just end it at that point. You know, it's also important to breathe. Breathing resets your central nervous system. Just taking 3 or 4 very deep breaths really does help reset your nervous system. And that's important, because if you're running on adrenaline and you're really moving very quickly, sometimes just can just sort of bring you back to your own space again. And if you're working multiple shifts over several days, that could be an important thing for you to do. It's also important to provide people not only with information but alternatives. That could take a number of different looks. So for example, someone's asking you about your opinion on a movie. You know, well, this one's not available right now, but maybe this one is. And being able to have a conversation with the patrons and being able to sort of interact with them could be helpful. You know, and it's about building new relationships and making new friends, and that's certainly a way of doing that. you know, talking about and understanding the ways that people use the festival. So how to fest, you know, what questions can you answer? How do you speak to that? You know, what's the benefit of a day pass versus any of the others that are available? You don't necessarily need to be a walking encyclopedia or a subject matter expert, but it's kind of important that when someone walks up to you, that they feel like they're in front of someone who is an expert in this at least. Smile and make appropriate eye. Can I just ask, what's appropriate eye contact? Is it that, you know, the crazy eyes? Because there's a lot of, you know, that going on right now. But we don't want the crazy eyes. Hey, was that about me? we don't want the crazy eyes. We want to look, and it's kind of important because we don't really make a lot of eye contact anymore. People don't smile on their own anymore. I don't know why. You know, and I'm on stages across the country. If I've got people that sit in the front and they're not smiling and they're looking at their phones, my pat answer is, if you folks don't put those phones down and look up and start smiling, I'm leaving. I've already gotten the check for this. So it's important to look up and make eye contact with people and smile. The smile is sort of an invitation for them to ask questions or any of those types of things that could be helpful during this. Use positive vocabulary and positive body language. Now, I could spend all day on that, but you know, starting a conversation with a negative, well, you don't want to do this, or this is better than that, those are judgment sort of words that are interpreted in a way that's not positive. So keep it light, keep it upbeat. You know, body language that's open as opposed to having one's arms crossed across the chest, you know, or standing there with your hand on your hip. Those are not inviting body language signals. And while for most of us, our body language is sort of an invisible extension of how we're feeling on the inside, I'm asking you all to sort of be a little bit more mindful and be more conscious about what you're doing. And if you ever want to question your own behavior, all you have to do is look at the people, because their faces are a reflection of what you're giving out. So if the folks aren't smiling at you and maybe they're being a little overly aggressive, maybe it could be us and maybe we could do a little something about that. Find the solution, absolutely. So the managers, did you want to come and talk about that? Okay, so Stephanie, we've got a variety of teams that you can choose from among, and Stephanie's going to talk to you about that.
Hey, so Rachel and I are going to go through the teams really quick. So what you're going to do is you're about to do a breakout, as David was saying. We're going to do a breakout over in the cafe area. We're not going to go on the outside because it's still wet out there. So we're going to go to the little bar area out there. So we're just going to quickly talk about the teams and what's available and kind of describing each of them. So I'm going to start first with box office. Who's here for box office? Raise your hand. Yay. Manager, raise your hand. Natalie. Yay! Oh, there we go. We got a few going on here. Oh, there we go. I didn't see you guys.
I got them all in one spot,
Look
Stephanie.
at that. I don't even need to be here. Okay, so box office. So if you guys want to be a part of box office, it's a great team. It's the first team that everybody interacts with at the festival. So I always say it's a really great greeter team. If you like technology, if you like working with computers. Manager, Max, yay!
Max, pop back in.
Yay, Max. So customer service is great as well. It has a team to be a
If you're
part
a people
of.
person, that's your spot.
Yeah, that's your spot. So it's really fun, and you get to kind of interact with everybody that's attending the festival as well. So, and then we have theater ops. Theater ops, yay!
Yes, our
Oh, we got the
manager's here.
managers all down here. So theater ops, that is going to be kind of, I say it's always kind of the hub of the festival. It's kind of like the center of it, because you are interacting. I mean, film is our product. So you are going to be here making sure that the film plays, making sure that people are sitting in the auditorium, that filmmakers are coming in, sitting down. So I always find it
And
really
make sure
awesome
they
team.
ballot on the way out. They're voting for their favorite film.
Yep.
And also, it's the place where we need the most volunteers. So if you're wondering what team to be on, I can barely get enough people on that team. I usually have about 10 empty spots by the time we start the festival. So that's where I'd love you if you don't know where to be.
Yep, definitely. So theater ops, yay. Events. Yay, Danica. So we have events team, as Danica mentioned, all those super fun events that we have going every night. And we have events that are happening during the day as well. If you want to be a part of that team, there is a little bit of like maybe carrying things or things like that. So make sure that you're able to do that you're comfortable with that, picking up things and moving things potentially.
A lot of the setup happens during the weekdays downtown, and then on Thursday here.
Yep.
So if you have any time, a weekday time, it's a real fun way to have a lot of camaraderie with the other volunteers, setting up the event, and then you could work the event, and there's something special about that.
Yeah, definitely.
So
you get to see it.
we have sign-up sheets for both downtown and La Jolla. If you want to do a little bit before La Jolla opens and just get your feet wet downtown, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, definitely. You get to see it from like before, during, and after. So that whole completion of an event. Then we have logistics team. Jennifer, yay! So Jennifer is our logistics manager, and logistics is again there's a little bit of carrying with that. They make sure that all the stuff gets to the location and when it needs to be there, that the Stella gets in the lounges and our VIPs are happy and all that fun stuff.
And it pretty much works hand in hand with events. So we usually say events, logistics, it's the same team and it's the same sign-up sheet.
Okay, great. And then we have safety crew, security. Yay!
Mike's up
Mike,
top.
Is that Mike?
Yeah.
Hi. And so we are, safety crew is an awesome team. You basically are just making sure that you're kind of the eyes of the festival. Just if anything looks a little odd or like kind of helping out with that team. You're also making sure that the correct people are going in the correct places, like VIPs are going in the VIP lounge. You also sometimes maybe might help with red carpet, making sure that someone isn't trying to bombard a filmmaker or something like that. So they're kind of the team that makes us safe at the festival.
And there's
So-
a lot of red carpets in the theater, and I wanted to mention that when you're in the theater, there's red carpets going on, videographers, photographers, interviews. So that whole theater scene is more than just the ushering in the theaters.
Yeah, definitely.
You get to be right at the middle of things, and security is part of that as well.
Yeah, definitely. And it can be anybody. You don't need to look like a big burly man. You can be anybody can do it. So
As long as you're not a hothead.
learning not a hothead. True. So panels. I think I got a panel person. Yay, Becca. So panels are really fun. If you like to actually sit and watch the panels, you actually get to do this in that position. But there is a lot of prep before the panels and just making sure that you're cleaning up and making sure that area looks presentable is kind of what that role is. It's really fun.
It happens downtown at the Pendry.
At
It's 2 days. I think it's on
It's 3 days.
Oh, it's
so
3
it's
days?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No,
Okay.
it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, if you're interested in that, and they're all during the day. And there's screenings happening there as well, so it's a little bit of theater ops in a way, but it's just one space.
And it's very lounge type of.
It's like bohemian,
It's a very
couches.
cool spot.
It's fun. Then we got our volunteer team.
Yay, that's full. So,
That's cool, so you can't join that, sorry.
but
But it gets to work with all the
but
other
we get
volunteers.
to see all of you.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
fun.
when you check in.
And then we got social media team. Social media.
And we have
Okay.
a hashtag on the back of our shirts.
So on your shirt, if you want to remember what it is, just turn it around, take it off, look at it. But don't take it off in front of anybody at the festival. And so it's a great
Flash your pass.
flash your pass. And so social media team is awesome. They get to interact with a lot of the people, the filmmakers, going around the festival, taking pictures, videos, and interacting. It's a lot of fun. Yekta's been doing it for 8 years. 7? Yeah. So she stayed, so it's gotta be fun, right? So, and then videography team. Yay, videography. So this team, you have to make sure you have a physical camera. No iPhones, no GoPros. That is not a camera. So if you have a camera and you're interested in this, then meet with the team today. It's fun. You get to go to all the events. You get to take video of it. It's a good time. So, and then same with photography. Photography. Oh, we got some people here. So photography, you need a camera as well. You need to make sure it's actual camera, not your iPhone. And it's fun. It's same with videography. You just get to attend the events and take photos and videos and everything.
All three of those last teams we mentioned need some pre-approval, so you talk to the team lead. She or he will vet you, and they do the scheduling. It will not be on In It Live.
Yep, correct. There is pre-approval to both those teams. So then PR and press. What we got here? Who's for that team?
Oh, is it Bianca?
Is Bianca here? Oh, we'll figure that out later. Okay, so we'll find somebody for you to meet with for the PR press team. That is going to be a lot of the. It's like, is someone clapping? So I was like, wow. So we got red carpets, and they will be working the red carpets, making sure everybody's happy and all the press is happy. And then also in the lounge, you're the first greeter in the box office headquarters for the press people, making sure they have their badges, they have all their credentials in order to attend the festival. If you are really interested in like press and all of that and learning about that world, it's probably a good one to be a part of.
The shifts that are available for shift volunteers are downtown in the box office headquarters. We don't have press shifts here at La Jolla.
Yeah, we don't. It's true. Then we also have film office. Woo!
Yes.
Yeah. So we have film office. So this is the people that are working with the filmmakers at the festival. So they work hand in hand with theater operations. They also work with the filmmakers. There's a shift for one for here and one for downtown and one for headquarters. So I believe there's a couple more shifts available, not many though. So sign up for that if you want to do that. It is all from Wednesday to Sunday. So that's a great one. Then we have projection, which is yay! Projection, which is actually full. So we don't have any more shifts. But if you are interested in it and you're like, this is why I came today, that I really want to do projection, you can talk to her. You can talk to her and see if maybe you want to do it. So, but I'm pretty sure we're full there. And then production, that's going to be working with all like the production side of things on all the events and all of that, which is full as well. So sorry.
That's for the live shows, right?
It's for the live shows and kind of the production part of the
Next
festival.
year for both of those teams, if you're interested, come see us.
Yeah, for next year, yeah. And then patron, I believe we're full on that one as well.
No, we have one more spot.
We have one more spot.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think it's a team lead position, right?
Right.
So if you're interested in team lead position for patron, we actually have one more spot available for that. So talk to Rachel.
Yep.
Okay, awesome, guys. So we're going to have to get out of here, and we're going to turn it back to David really quick here for a second, and then we're going to get out of here, and then we're going to get over to the little lounge, and then we'll all meet with your team, ask them questions, do all that, and then I'll see you at the festival.
And if you have any more questions, just come see me, and I should have some time during breakout.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Stephanie, for that. And thank all of you for taking the time to volunteer and get out of your beds on a cold, rainy day. Just remember, smile at everybody. You don't know who anybody is.